Each lifetime has had numerous moments of divine inspiration, evolution, and enlightenment in the same way that you in your current reality have experienced moments of remembrance of the Creator. These moments of remembrance and recognition within your being of your natural and eternal unification with the Creator are becoming more frequent as the sacred aspects of the Creator synthesis with the physical world. Those upon earth are acting as pillars of light reaching to the heavens and drawing the divine into manifestation. Each moment of remembrance and recognition of the Creator that humanity experiences raises the vibration of the earth, allowing a new consciousness, light vibrations, and love experiences to be activated and born for physical manifestation. It is now more important than ever before to realize you are experiencing your spiritual evolution not only for your soul and happiness, for the awakening of all aspects of the Creator. Imagine if in one moment you could attract the attention of all of humanity, share words of love and energies of healing with each person to change their reality eternally. This is what you are achieving with every moment of spiritual evolution and transformation within your being. Are you ready to honor the mammoth role you are playing within this reality of ascension and remembrance? Are you ready to realize you are not unworthy, lacking, or incapable? Let your strength stir and gather from within you, sharing with you how valuable you are as is every soul upon the earth. With the belief that although you are on a personal journey of growth, this journey allows you to transform the energies and realities of others, you will recognize how connected in unison you are to all beings and therefore all aspects of the Creator. You do not need to be wise, to have practiced meditation, understanding the inner planes, or even have spiritual skills. All you need is to allow yourself to be yourself. Your essence and truth which exist beyond illusion, limitations, and conditioning. The act of acceptance and allowance of your inner self which cannot be summarized completely in words or even actions, can be a lifelong quest, and yet it can also be achieved instantaneously if you give yourself the permission to do so. It is time to realize that your mission is to accept the essence within you, not your personality or your character. The essence which is almost indescribable within you and yet can be accessed as feelings and knowingness. It is time to also recognize your unity with all that is the Creator on the earth and the inner planes. I wish to share a memory with you to encourage you to realize and accept the truth within your being, recognizing yourself as valuable with the ability to inspire others to achieve the same, and building bonds of connection which in truth have never been broken. During a previous incarnation on the earth while searching for the answers to my confusion and feelings of separation, I came across a man who sat at the side of the sandy road and simply acknowledged those who traveled by. The land was desolate and yet people were traveling for miles between villages and cities to find work, see families, or to find more food. It wasn't a rich country that I had wandered into, but a hot and somewhat desperate land that seemed to attract me further into its heart. The man acknowledged me in the same way I imagine he acknowledged all people that passed his space of residence, a nod of welcoming and then a stare of knowingness. This man intrigued me, although I had passed many people on my travels. This man seemed to have the answers that I was searching for, or at least he seemed to soften the pain within me. I blessed the man and pulled from my pocket the small amount of food that I owned, offering it willingly to the man. Gesturing for me to sit beside him, he placed the food on the sandy ground before him. Sitting down, my head was busy with thoughts, questions, impulses, anger, and the simple desire to know why I felt such pain, confusion, and separation, like the whole world was suffering within me. This I now see was true. The entire world did exist within me, especially the earth, including all that Mother Earth and her inhabitants were experiencing, as we are all one. The answers I was searching for were not only for me, they were to fulfill every aspect of the Creator. It was preparation for accepting the role of Christ Logos. The anticipation of any kind of guidance from this man made me sit in silence, my head straight forward, my back upright, with the only movement coming from my mind and eyes as I watched others travel by. A long time seemed to have passed and still we sat in silence, my impatience growing, my skin burning in the strong and powerful daylight sun. The heat, dust, and stillness was unbearable, but something inside me told me to sit, to obey the wishes of the man, and to hope that I would eventually receive words of wisdom from the man, as I had seen many men before me gain, and yet something inside me continued to tell me I could not access wisdom outside of me, only within. My anger and frustration excelled limitations when I saw 4 young boys take my offering of food from before the man without so much as a thank you or acknowledgement. All I had once owned had gone, and yet I felt the urge to stay. As the day turned into night, a bitter coldness descended. Coolness that seemed to numb my body but make my thoughts and emotions were so active and alive. Every so often the man would turn to me offering something to drink, which I accepted. As I then began to engage my mind to begin to communicate with him, he would resume his position of sitting once more, and I would be forced to sit again, hoping and waiting. 5 long days passed and we continued to sit together in silence, but something was changing within me. A stillness, inner peace, and a feeling of being limitless was overwhelming me. On the 6th day the man turned to me at dawn and said, "What you search for is within you. You must find the word that unlocks your energy. This will allow you to feel complete. Don't hide from yourself but embrace your true self, knowing that if you do, others will accept you and find the same within themselves. You can never walk away from pain, but you can transform it into something glorious." The man slowly rose from the ground and began to walk along the sandy road in the direction I had come from all those days ago. I watched him for a while until I could just make out him sitting down once more. I couldn't understand the reason for the man to find a new space to continue his focus. I felt his loss of company. The man had moved to give me space to be in my expanding power. He was also encouraging me to let go of his support or the perspective I held of him helping me. I did not see this at that time. My thoughts began to focus on the man's words. Find the word that unlocks your energy. This sentence kept tumbling around in my mind. I began to think. I thought of words that were familiar to me, my own name, the names of my family, and even different words meaning unlocking, but nothing seemed to change within me. I was expecting a thunderbolt effect. Still I sat there, my body growing tired and weary. I then began to change my trail of thought. I began to think of the name of our Creator in my own language, which created lightness to my energy, almost as if all the tension of sitting for now 9 days was being washed away. I noticed a lady and a young boy passing me. I acknowledged them in the same way the man had acknowledged me, and to my surprise the lady withdrew a small portion of food and placed it before me. "The answer has yet to be found," she said under her breath. My shock overwhelmed me. "Do not distract yourself now," she spoke again. Through this experience, my determination and strength grew. I never ate the food because it felt to me that her words had nourished my entire body. Days passed by and still I sat in peace and growing harmony. Words were falling through my mind, but none seemed to have any weight or power until I came across a word in the middle of a bitterly cold night. The word was love. This word seemed to fill me with warmth. My limbs burned as the cold numbness melted away. It was as if my chest was on fire, as if I was generating my own heat, which was melting the pain and separation that had become so familiar to me. My body was energized. I was feeling new happy and joyous emotions, feelings that I had never felt before. As dawn broke, I felt as if my entire body split in half as my old self and feeling fell away from me and a new energies rose from within me. I could only describe myself as golden light, which seemed to expand from a place so deep within me. A few days later I experienced the heavens opening up to me. I saw my path, my purpose, and my deep connections with other souls, and of course the soul of the Creator. I accepted the name of Christ or love. This word had become so precious to me and I began to share it with others who passed me on their journey of life. This was my point of awakening, understanding and change, the pinnacle moment in that lifetime that allowed me to become the Christ consciousness, holding the Creator's energy of love at a planetary level for all to accept. I take this moment now to honor the man that changed my life and the Creator for being that wise man, and linking everything together. I hope that you have enjoyed my memory and that it has encouraged you to contemplate the word, sound, or feeling which unlocks your energy. It may be the word of love or something just as precious. It is time to embrace your truth and transform your energies. This can only be achieved when you allow the essence of your being to be recognized. You do not need to find a wise man or woman, nor do you need to sit for days. Patience, trust, faith, and determination are keys to support you from within your being. The pathway of discovering your truth is yours to realize and explore.